Who will you be 5 or 10 years from now?
What do you want to become? What do you want to accomplish? What is this life all about? What are your dreams? What are your goals? So many questions. Who and what? These are questions still continuously being asked to us from being the young girl or guy that you were when you were maybe 5, 10 years old. We are hot-wired being asked, what is it that you wanted to become? Oh, I wanted to be an astronaut. Oh, I wanted to be a security guard. Oh, I want to be a janitor. Oh, I want to be anything that I want to become. And yet, we don't judge these kids. But once that we stepped into high school, things has changed. We were trained to get to school on time. We were asked to sing the national anthem every single day. We were asked to pronounce also the daily morning prayer. We paused for the 3 p.m. habit. We finish our recess on time. Heck, we have tons of assignments, which we actually do during recess time. By the way, those were supposed to be homeworks. Okay, we get into extracurricular activities after 5 p.m. And yet, all these things that we get to do day in, day out, we were asked the question, what is it that you wanted to become? What is it that you want to be? Who are you going to be? Year on year, every single year until maybe 4th year high school or K-12, well, now that it's K-12, we're being asked, okay, what is the course that you're going to take? So applications, I was always been a stickler in terms of applications and about my dreams. I've done so many things that I actually don't know why the heck am I doing them. So in college, I was asked, okay, Kassy, what is it that you wanted to become? I said, maybe I can be like Amanpour. Maybe I want to become a host. I wanted to be a newscaster. Maybe I wanted to be like Katrina Legarda. I'm going to be a lawyer. But then again, after second thoughts, I don't want to memorize anything. I don't want to read thick books. I don't want to be cited. And of course, I don't want never-ending rebuttals. And then after that, being the girly person that I am, I have been watching Grey's Anatomy. Who doesn't watch Grey's Anatomy? So my ambition changed again. I want to be Christina Yang. do I really want to become a doctor this time? So I changed. I had so many interests. Being the multi-passionate person that I am, I said maybe I wanted to become a model. Sure. But then again, I'm big bone. And then I wanted to become a photographer. I found out, Jesus, the cost of every equipment cost a lot. And then I wanted to become maybe a celebrity. Ooh, limelight. And then after that, I wanted to become a host, TV host. So many things. Until then, I realized with all these things that I have been doing, and all this trial and error and risk that I have been taking, that guys, sleep is too important for me. All right. So with all these things that we've been doing, we have been hot-wired being asked of all this ambition. I was being asked also, is this really the kind of life that you wanted? You are prioritizing sleep. Of course, who doesn't? But then again, I keep on fighting and keep on saying that I don't want to be dictated by the social norms. No offense to the doctors, to the lawyers, to the newscasters, to the host, all these noble jobs. Maybe it's just not for me. Okay, so I said, okay, maybe let's switch it up a little. I decided my heart led me to taking hotel, restaurant, international management in CSB. You want to know why? Okay, who am I kidding? You're going to live in a luxurious hotel. You're going to eat every day. You're going to cook. You're going to even, drink a lot of beverages as part of the curriculum. And most importantly, there's no memorization. You barely have anything to compute. And there are no thesis at all. Diba? All right? So having thought of that, I had a huge time of my life. I became so many things also in college. I was also a band manager. I did some hosting on the side. I became so many things that I thought, okay, maybe I can drive my own career. During the first week in college, my favorite professor asked us, okay, it's time for you to write down your vision board. While my friends and my classmates thought of it ridiculous, I, of course, took it seriously. As you can see, I was able to restore my vision board. I actually had a photo shoot just for that. Model, right? And then I wrote down what are the desires that I had. It's funny, though, that I have placed in everything that I wanted to become and having to resurrect it last week. And I've seen this, rather. I saw that I have been almost everything that was written, except that there is no expertise. The only thing that has been left through my vision board was that I wanted to become a catalyst of social change. Big word. How do you become a catalyst of social change? So during college, I was about to end college. A week or 2 weeks before I end college, I wasn't able to graduate. I graduated, I didn't march. I only had one application, job application. And that one application rattled all my friends, and they were so boggled, and they were saying, how come you only have one single application? And that application was in Amman Resorts. I wanted to become a hotelier. I wanted to become a general manager of the top resort in the world. Who am I kidding, right? So they were saying that, Kassy, you are too ambitious. You are too ambitious. Your dreams are too big. You only had one application. That is impossible. Because of my professor who gave us the opportunity to write down what is it that you wanted. If you've seen previously on my slide, I had there an Amman Resorts above. Guess what? That didn't stop me. This is me, 21 years old, in Amman Resorts. Yes, not in Amman Polo, but in Amman Gani. It was a total upgrade if I wanted, from beach to Brokeback Mountain. Just kidding. All right, so this is me living in the life. So the 21-year-old me was too ambitious of all those things that I wanted to become. And finally, I reached the property that I have wanted to be. I had one client, no, not client, guest, sorry for that. I had one guest, and I was too, how do you say it? I was too happy to be serving, all these celebrities and all these high-profile esteemed guests. It was just so funny because that one day that I was asked to make a coffee, I didn't know who I was really serving it for. But mind you, we were oriented on who are the guests that we were going to welcome. I didn't know that it was just so funny. This has been so memorable to me because I was 21 years old. I gave a cup of coffee and a little small talk, and I asked, "Hi, what is your name? What is it that you do? How are you related to Bill?" And she laughed. That was very refreshing. Small talk. Okay, so because of that small talk, mind you, it was Hillary Clinton. I'm not supposed to say this, but it was Hillary Clinton. We have a rule in Amman Resorts. You can't actually state in who are the guests. But I hope those who will be watching me here from Amman, please forgive me. This is TEDx anyway. So it was the First Lady of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, it was Hillary Clinton, who also changed my life. You want to know why? Because I learned a very important lesson. And that was actually to stay curious, right? To ask questions, but don't forget, do your research. So Hillary Clinton gave me, by the way, a $20 tip afterwards. I guess it was very refreshing that someone that didn't know who she was, and I was 19 or 21 years old, and very perky and welcoming. And then it was also in Amman Resorts when I also met my very first mentor, Guy Haywood. And if he's watching, thank you for being a good mentor to me. He told me that your ambitions are not too big, and your ambitions should actually be bigger than big. He told me also that your degree is important, but it's actually your skills and that you have developed, the lessons are that you've learned, and also hard work that matters. Why? He started as a bartender, and he climbed his way up into a general manager, and now he is a COO of another prestigious property in the world. He also told me that in order for you to survive life, you need to have these vital skills: character, attitude, optimism, and how you handle risks and how you rise above it. Along the way, throughout these stories and life that I've been through, crazy ride that I've been through, I was also told that whatever it is that you aim for, it's never too late. Why do I say this? It's because him, my mentor, Mr. Guy Haywood, the general manager, after having to sit down with him on this one ride along the boondocks, he told me his life story, and I never thought that anything is possible if you put your heart into it. He didn't even finish college, and it's just recently that he actually finished his school in Cornell University, the Harvard of hotelier, which he also told me to pursue if there's any chance that I get. With that in mind, after all these years, even if I'm no longer hotelier, I still pursued what he told me. I got a scholarship in Cornell University. Because of us, also all this ambition, I guess it is important for you to always have a mentor who believes in you, and even if you don't speak to them as often as you used to, if it falls and it goes straight to your heart, no matter what it takes, it's going to happen. Now, being an entrepreneur, being in and out of this corporate world, and I've decided to finally become an entrepreneur, a full-time entrepreneur that is, I have learned that these are the things that you need to endure. And endurance is not easy. You need to undergo hardships. There were going to be a lot of bootstrapping. There are no longer mom and dad asking for money for you to have an allowance. There are a lot of things that you have to strive for and go for. I learned how to become resourceful. And most of all, you have to be consistent until you sharpen your craft. And then until then, you will be able to get to know what success is. And just like our other speakers, they always say they all have all this purpose and passion. And regardless of whatever it is that you're going to do, be reminded that all these are not a choice. It's actually mandatory. I encourage all of you to live your faith. Don't ever think of yourself less. You can be whoever you wanted to become, provided, of course, that you have, moral values, principles, and all that. And all these are coming from the heart. Start with the struggle and win bigger in the future. Next. Be reminded as well that even if life may be very, very tough, all these failures are stepping stones to success because they teach you the lesson that success will never, ever going to teach you. Yeah. In order for you to become a catalyst of social change, you have to dig deep, form a business for the people, be for the people. Always strive and aim for collaboration rather than competition. We are human beings. Let us connect with each other. Let's not be dependent of the technology too much. Remember, technology is being driven by people. And with all these, this is something that I want to leave up to you. I hope that I was able to inspire you as I look back into my life as well. My name is Kassy. I am an encourager. And all I'm going to say is, please embrace your ambition.
All right, a big round of applause.